Good morning, and welcome to Today in L.A. We have Mike Amos with us, and on the phone we have Michael Jr. And I'm Forrest Lee, and on behalf of the show, we'd like to welcome K.C. Bradford to the show. He's a senior at Pike Liberal Arts. He's also the SGA president, and they had a big football banquet last night, but he's going to talk a couple of things. First of all, welcome. Tell us about the Veterans Day breakfast we have tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow, Pike Liberal Arts is putting on a breakfast for the veterans throughout the school. So students will invite their veterans and their family to come in the morning, and it'll be probably in the library or the cafeteria. And the Cell Club and SGA members are bringing like dishes like breakfast casserole, fruits, and eggs and stuff like that.
And you said anybody can come eat?
Come on, 8:15, 8:15.
Yes, sir.
And then there's going to be a program following at 8:30.
Yes, sir.
It'll be a hot breakfast, won't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, I like a hot breakfast.
So they're honoring veterans at Pike Liberal Arts in the morning. Well, I know this morning at 8:30, Goshen High School is having a big Veterans Day program in the gym, but that will be breakfast for veterans at 8:15.
The elementary will also put on a program for the veterans that morning too. So the veterans that come in will also go to that program.
I believe that starts at 9.
Is that today or tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow at Pike Liberal Arts. Today is at Goshen. Well, Casey, you just finished your football season, and congratulations on what's the word? An initial, a groundbreaking. You started the first step in the Alabama High School Athletic Association. We know it's a tough transition, but we want to congratulate you for.
Now, I wasn't at your banquet last night, but I bet you were the most valuable player.
I did win that, yes, sir.
No
yes,
question about it. You were an outstanding player at Pike, and I think you got a career if you want it. It'd be a tough career. In college, but I think you can play. There's no question about it.
Well, thank you.
And basketball starts tonight. Who do we play?
Play Trinity out of Montgomery, the Wildcats. Yes, sir.
What time does that tip off?
About 5:30. So the girls don't play today. They'll start next Tuesday against Abbeville, but we'll start right after the JV boys today.
Yeah. So JV boys, that's going to be a good game.
It should be.
Because the Trinity is real strong, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about it. We're going to really see some good athletes in basketball.
Mm-hmm. Now, will the girls play at Abbeville or at home?
I'm not sure if they games at home or
we'll check on that.
They play wherever y'all play, though, don't they?
They do, but they don't play today.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I've got some information. K.C. Bradford and Tate Gardner were named Pike Liberal Arts Heisman High School Scholarship winners, and they'll be competing, I guess you'd say, against other high school athletes in the state of Alabama to see if they'll win the Alabama Heisman award, and if so, you got to have a certain grade point average, be involved in school, and so I want to congratulate you and Tate for that honor. And who are your parents and siblings?
Well, my mama is Melissa Bradford or Melissa Thompson, and she's from around Troy, and
her mama's name was Ruthie.
Mm-hmm.
Ruthie and I grew up together. Ruthie Thompson. She grew up over
my back hurts.
Yeah.
Fix my back.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's like mine actually does.
The thing about it, Forrest, let me tell you what his daddy does. Of course, his daddy's a chiropractor. But he can take that one thumb and he can find your ailment, can't he? Have you ever said, and then when he found it, you said, oh! But then it was that one thumb.
He's good at what he does. My dad's David Bradford. He's a chiropractor here in Troy. He's from Selma.
And a coach on the side, and a great supporter on the side. I don't know if I could run the program without David.
I don't know. I don't know if that school function without him. He's up there all the time helping us out with all the stuff, and I thank him very much for all the stuff he's helped me out with my career in school and sports.
It's a big difference in hitting folks in the mouth with a helmet, a headgear, and a shoulder pad. But hey, can you go out there and make string music? String music.
Who's your kid brother?
Dawson Bradford.
Dawson. Okay.
Dawson Bradford. He plays football and baseball. He played quarterback for us this year, and he was really fun to play with him this year on the varsity team and on the field with him.
You were his favorite receiver, weren't you?
I think so, yes, sir.
Let me ask you this question.
Hopefully.
You've been at Pike Liberal Arts all your
Yes, sir,
life.
since K5.
Name some teachers that you've had that have had a big influence in your life. Name them. Unlimited names you can use.
So we had, let me think. There was a Miss Stacy was my first teacher. It was in K5. She was Miss Stacy Black, and
Okay.
She must have been good or you wouldn't remember her.
Yeah, exactly.
She's still there.
Exactly. She was with our first class, and she was really nice to us and made an impact in our lives. So we do a program at Pike called Patriot Pals, and so a senior buddies with a kindergartner, and so my Patriot Pal is in her class. So it's really cool to have that.
What's that pal's name?
I got John Dorman Sanders, and I have another one in Miss Courtney Pugh's class, Drake Griffith, and they're both
Okay.
awesome.
Well, great.
Both really cool dudes.
Well, name some other teachers or staff members.
Miss Sheila Roten, she stepped in my third grade year when Miss Scott had to leave for knee surgery, and we had her our third grade year, and then we had her
Amazing.
our fifth grade year because she moved up, and she's still in the fifth grade. And she was really nice and really helpful throughout my elementary. Coach Rowland, Robert Rowland.
Robert Rowland.
He retired recently, but he was a really good coach of ours, and he mentored me throughout my middle school, JV, and varsity years. And we got him a state championship his last year. It was his first time ever winning one, so it was awesome for that. He was a really good history teacher. He knew what he was talking about, and it was really interesting.
Yeah, that's
listening
good.
to him.
That's great.
I would like to know who was the toughest team y'all played this year. Y'all played the toughest schedule of all time.
Yes, sir. So a lot of people think Montgomery Catholic because they have a bunch of commits, which they were a tough team. They were a very tough team. But in my opinion, I think Faith Academy all around was the toughest team we played. Their front on the defensive line was they were big, and they were very technique and discipline. It was a very, very good team.
Are they still in the playoffs?
They were 5A, yes, sir. They beat Eufaula
Oh boy, that
last
was
week.
something. They must be good.
What about Mobile Christian?
Mobile Christian.
Yeah.
With that game, it was an interesting game. They played their dude that was from Australia, and so their record. What was the thing? They had all
They
their
had to
games.
forfeit.
Yeah,
They had to
they're
forfeit
still
their
in it.
games.
Yeah, Ronnie Cottrell.
They had to forfeit all their games halfway through the season, and they won out still. So they won all their games, and then to play Houston Academy the first round, and Houston Academy went undefeated, and they beat them. So it went good for Houston
So
Academy.
Houston Academy had lost their first game in the playoffs.
Yes,
They
sir.
didn't just beat them. They beat them 30-3.
I know. That Mobile Christian team was good. They took out. They played their starters about the first half, and then they ran the clock on us. That was a really tough game. Before that game, that Thursday, we've been practicing with some of our dudes that week, and they left that Thursday. A couple of our key players, but
Yeah, they play Trinity this week, Mobile Christian.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
going to be a great game. That'll be a great one.
Well,
What
Casey,
are your future plans going to be?
my future plans. That's a good question. I'm gonna try to go to college, but I don't know what I want to do yet. Trying to play football somewhere, but whatever opportunity brings right now. But I don't know right now. We got to
Okay.
do a lot of praying.
I want you to, you said that word. Where do you go to church? Where do you attend church?
I go to Southside Baptist, right down the road.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, if you will, mention your fellow seniors on the football team and your cheerleaders that we have this year.
We have Davis Kilcrease, Colton Taylor,
What's their nicknames? Crunch? You call them
Crash is
Crash?
Crash, and then you got Coltrane.
Coltrane. He brought me some eggs the other day.
You got Cater and Fro.
What's go ahead.
Kadarius is what we call him.
Darius.
Yeah, he likes that name. Corey Jones, we call him C-Dub. He gave himself that nickname. He likes that one.
Okay.
Levi DeBoer, we call him Eli, because that's what we thought his name was when he first got to Pike. Because he was a new last year.
Mm-hmm. And he can fly.
He can fly.
He can
He's
fly.
one of the fastest dudes I've ever seen.
He can fly.
He probably runs 4.4, something like that. He's really
He's
fast.
They ought to run him in track.
Yeah,
He can do it.
he's going to play baseball this year. I think he wants to.
Don't you
go
think
try
y'all
play
come up with good 4x4 relay team, 4x100 relay?
I think we have a few that could leg it out pretty good.
You would lug it out pretty good. You're pretty
I
fast.
don't know about that. I try.
Is that all the senior football players?
That is all senior football players.
What about the senior cheerleaders?
We have Tate Gardner,
Tate?
Caroline Sin, and Sarah Braden Garrett. I think that's it.
I tell you what,
I hope that's it.
You got a
You
good
better
memory.
think. That's 3 of them. Let's don't miss them.
I think that's it.
Okay.
All right, everybody in the marching band.
No, I don't think you do that.
I'm kidding.
I know, yes, sir.
But it is good that you know all your classmates.
Well, Casey, if you will, tell us again about the Veterans Day program tomorrow and about the basketball game today.
So tomorrow we will have at 8:15 in the morning a breakfast served by the Excel and SGA for veterans of the student or veteran relatives of the students. And then about 9 o'clock there will be a program for veterans in the cafeteria, I'm pretty sure, by the elementary.
Now, do y'all have class tomorrow at all?
We do. We have class until 12 o'clock.
You know, most people are out of school.
Yeah, down in Florida, we're closed up tomorrow.
Tip off. JV tips off at 4:30.
4:30.
And the varsity game will follow. The varsity boys will follow. It's just the boys today.
Yes, sir.
That'd be a
And
good
then,
game.
And then the girls will open up next Tuesday at we don't know where, but against Abbeville.
Well, I played all sports when I was growing up, and it was always tough getting that shot down because since you had been making tackles after tackles all the whole year.
Yes, sir.
And, do you have it back? Have you got your touch back?
I got a little bit of it back, but I gotta slow down a little bit my feet so I don't get up and don't get any fouls. I foul a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're hard nosed. There's no question about it.
Well, Casey, on behalf of Mr. Mike and Michael and myself, we want to thank you for coming today, and we're very proud of the effort that the football team gave this year and those who stuck with it. And we wish you the best of luck, and thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for that.
And come back anytime that you would like to talk
Thank you.
about what's going on at Pike
He's
LeBron.
already got one thing working. He's got a good
Exactly.
looked at you straight
That's right.
eyes.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Oh, we got a ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. I want to thank Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Troy, Alabama, and we'll be back after this message.
It's that time again. It's your trade. Get up to $5,000 minimum trade value for your trade this weekend. Appraisers on site for this event. Rush to Premier and get up to $5,000 minimum trade value. Nobody beats the Premier deal. Nobody.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
They say people like natural diamonds form over time. When the time is right, you too will continue a legacy. Only natural diamonds to treasure. Natural diamond jewelry at Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Welcome back to Today in LA with Mike Amos. We have Mike on the phone. I'm Forrest Lee. We want to thank Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Troy and Jason Gregory and his staff for sponsoring the show and all our sponsors. We're going to get into the Pick'em show, starting with the high school. We have Crenshaw Christian Academy at Jackson Academy. Jackson's undefeated. Crenshaw Christian has a record of 8-3. I'm going to pick Crenshaw Christian Academy.
And ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Academy will win the football game, in my opinion.
I'll go Jackson Academy. I mean, they got to be undefeated for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Lee Forsley's got some inside information. The quarterback out for the year or something?
I do not know that. Number 2, Brantley at Linden. I'm going to say Brantley Bulldogs. Brantley at Linden. Brantley is...
I'll take Linden.
Yeah, Brantley's 9-2, Linden's 9-1.
Very good, but I'm gonna take my good friend at Brantley. But Linden's got a good football team.
All right, let's see who we got here.
There you go.
Welcome to Today in LA.
Hey, Forrest, you got to get up early to call y'all now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing our Pick'em show for high schools right now. We got Sweetwater at Elba. I'll pick Elba. Good morning.
How did I do in high school last week?
You won. You didn't miss but 9 total. High school, college.
And high school.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll take. Boy, Sweetwater's good, but I'm gonna take Elba. But Sweetwater is good, and they got helmets like Michigan's.
Right.
That makes them different.
I'll take
I'll
Elba.
take Elba.
Elba.
Where is that game being played?
At Elba.
Yeah. Evidently, everybody thinks that Elba can is Fife in Elba's group.
Yeah, they are, but Fife is 2A.
All right, that's right. So Elba might go all the way.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right, number 4.
Anybody have any clue who Elba's coach is?
I can pull it up, but
I don't either. I don't have it. But he's done a good job,
yeah.
boy.
G.W. Long at Reeltown.
Boy, that is going to be a good one there. They're playing at Reeltown.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but it's
I'll
G.W.
take
Long.
Reeltown, and I'll take the point.
I'm going to take Reeltown. I got Reeltown and
That's
Jackie
who I got.
O'Neill's team.
All
Jackie
right,
O'Neill played fullback at Auburn.
here's a big one. Highland home at Ayrton. Who do you think, Will?
Oh, Eric beat the mess out of
No, they say that Arrington's quarterback is out. Have y'all heard that? He's injured.
Before said.
That's what somebody told me, one of the kids in
I've
school.
heard that too. I'm gonna have to go with Highland home to win the
I'm
game.
gonna say the Fighting Will Pounces.
The Fighting Real Pounces instead of the Highland home flying squadron.
Well, I'm going to take a leap in the dark. I'm going to go with Ayrton. I got just a few game lead on Michael. I think I got like a 5-game lead, but I think he's going to close the gap.
Okay.
I mean, as far as Arrington goes, is this quarterback a senior?
No,
He's been there a while.
he's a sophomore.
Yeah,
I think his name's Ian Sin. He's a great basketball player, too.
Yeah, it's already committed to Troy in basketball, I believe.
Number 6, St. James at W.S. Neal. St. James at
Well,
W.S.
let me
Neal.
just say this. W.S. Neal has a tremendous football coach, and he's already won 2 ball games that he wasn't supposed to win. It's going to be tough this week, though. I'm going to take St. James on the road to beat W.S. Neal. W.S. Neal lost the Battle of Myrtle Creek, but
St. James 9-2, W.S. Neal 7-4.
yeah.
Who you got, Mike?
We'll take W.S. Neal at home.
W.S. Neal at home.
There we go.
All right, good.
All right, Trinity at Mobile Christian.
Is that Mobile Christian? Is that
Ronnie Cottrell.
Oh, I'll take Ronnie Cottrell's team.
All right. Number 8, I'm going to take the Bulldogs of Pike County versus Alabama Christian.
Did everybody get all the Trinity Mobile Christian?
I got Mike picked Mobile Christian, so did I.
Okay. Is Will still on the phone?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You can play if you want to, Will.
Well, I don't do much high school, but normally I'd go with the home team.
Okay. I'll make you a sheet and circle all the home teams. All right.
That's what I did last week. I think all the home teams.
All right. Number 8, Pike County at Alabama Christian.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pike County High School. I told you. I think Pike County's going to go all the way to the state championship game. I'm going to take Pike County of Brundage to win the football game over Alabama Christian.
Mike?
I'll go the same way.
Andalusia at American
Wait
Christian.
a minute, we didn't hear what you wanted.
I started off with Pike County.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Andalusia at American Christian.
The Bulldogs. Give me the Andy Bulldogs any day of the week. I got Andalusia.
Mike?
Yeah, give me Christmas City in Andalusia.
Yes, sir. We're going to go see Christmas.
City. Everybody's going to go ice skating and everything down there.
I'm going to take everybody down there that wants to go.
Charles Henderson High School at Tallahassee.
Boy, this is a tough game here.
Not to me. It's not. I'm going to take
Charles Henderson's going against a team that I think got beat by Beauregard by 8. They're 7-4. They beat a Selma team, 41-17, and Charles Henderson beat 37-21, I think.
People match up differently, Mike.
Charles Henderson, I don't know if they can get past the ref and all the penalties. They're averaging about 150 yards a game in penalties. I'm hoping the first game was jitters. I know they fumbled at the 1-yard line, had a bunch of other turnovers. I'm hoping that was the case, and I'll take Charles Henderson by a field goal.
We missed out on Coach's show this week, but hopefully we'll get him on there next week with talking about a winning Charles Henderson team.
Number 11, Dothan at Auburn.
I'm going to take Charles Henderson.
Okay, I got you. All right, excuse me. All right, Auburn at Dothan. Who you got, Mr. Mike?
No question about it. Auburn High School.
Michael?
I got Auburn.
Okay. And our last high school pick, Enterprise at Phoenix City.
Enterprise has been playing very well all year long, and especially here at the right time. Enterprise is playing very well at the right time, but I'm afraid Phoenix City will be too much. I'm going to take Phoenix City, Central Line.
Yeah, this is a rematch game. Enterprise has already played Central earlier this year.
It's going to be a good game.
I'll take Central one more time.
Myself, I'll take Central.
All right.
And jumping down real quick to the college games.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time.
Well, we got 35 minutes.
Yes, sir. That's plenty of time to get it done.
Okay.
Will, what's your opinion on Auburn? How long do you think they're going to wait until they hire a coach? Until the season's over? You got to have somebody by December for recruiting, though.
Well, I don't know. I think after the SEC championship game, they will hire somebody.
It's usually good to hire somebody in the middle of the SEC championship game that day, so it'll run on the ticker nonstop throughout the game.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that if it's Lane Kiffin, that would be good.
Okay, Will. All right, Will, you get ready now. We're gonna go ahead.
I've got 13 picks free, and I'm gonna take a picture of them and send them to Michael.
Okay.
Y'all, I don't play spread, but mine are against the spread.
Well, all right. We'll get them after this. After this, we'll get.
All right.
Are you ready? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, Maryland at Penn State.
Maryland has got times where they can play real well. The brother's not quite as good as his older brother at Miami is. I'll take Penn State.
I'll take
Penn State.
That's who I got. You want to pick, Will?
Yeah. Easy win for Penn State.
Okay. All right.
This is going to be a good one.
University of Central Florida at Tulane.
And, Tulane is undefeated, and I've got a feeling,
No. Tulane lost to Southern Miss of all people.
Oh, I thought they were undefeated.
That was the first game of the year, I think.
Okay, I missed that. I didn't realize that.
No, first game of the year, Southern Miss went to 4 overtimes with Liberty. So that tells you Southern Miss was pretty good.
Yeah, sure does. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna take. I was thinking about UCF in an upset, and I will take it. UCF, Central Florida.
I'll take Tulane.
All right, there goes.
This game's basically a pick 'em. It's 1.5. Central Florida is ranked 22nd, Tulane 17th. This could determine who the New Year's Six bowl invite will be as far as non-Power 5 conferences. So this is a huge game.
And you know,
give me Tulane at home.
Let me tell you something too that'll tickle you too. Troy now has 8 bowl outlets that they can shoot for. 8.
Yeah, I've heard that because of people not being able to fill in bowl tie-ins.
What about you, Will?
I like Tulane.
All right, Louisville at Clemson. I will take Dabo.
I tell you what,
Yeah, but
Louisville
Dabo
is good though. They are good, but Dabo should be mad. You know, I tell you what, I'm gonna pick Louisville to upset Clemson. That's a big.
Yeah, Louisville's won 5 in a row, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Louisville. They got an Alabama quarterback.
I like Louisville in the points. I think this will be a close game, but I'll take Clemson.
You know, Louisville has an Alabama quarterback, and so does Liberty. Isn't that right? Got kids from Alabama playing quarterback.
What about you?
Liberty.
Okay.
I don't know about Liberty. I know Lee Cunningham's from Montgomery for Louisville.
Yeah. Will? Louisville?
I've got Louisville in the points as one of my picks this week, but I'm going to take them straight up.
Okay.
All right.
Kansas State at Baylor.
You know, Baylor is really, really playing well. I'm going to take Baylor. The Bears, my good buddy's team.
I'll take Baylor as well.
I'll take Baylor.
All right, everybody took Baylor, didn't they?
Will?
State.
Will's taking Kansas State. Number 5, North Carolina at Wake Forest.
You know, before we get into that real quick, I want to check something out. Is the Kansas State quarterback that transferred from Nebraska, is he going to be able to play? Rodriguez?
I don't know if Adrian Martinez is out, I think he's out.
Well, that makes a lot of difference there. Okay.
Number 5, North Carolina at Wake Forest.
You're talking about a good one. This is a good one. And, this May kid, as far as the quarterback in North Carolina, is one of the top quarterbacks in the nation, if not the best quarterback in the nation.
Yeah, his brother was one of the best basketball players at North Carolina.
Now, actually, North Carolina is not undefeated. They once beaten. Is that right?
Yeah, they got beat by Notre Dame.
I'll tell you what, Wake Forest is a good situation for Wake Forest, but I'm going to take North Carolina to win the game. Who do you like?
That's pretty much a pick 'em.
I got North Carolina.
All right, he took.
I'll take Wake Forest at home.
I knew somebody going to jump in there.
Will?
Or
Who?
I like Wake Forest. That's one of my picks this week.
All right, Will. Here's
Wake Forest.
okay, we got you. TCU at Texas.
Texas, and this situation is the NCAA. This selection committee would love Texas to win this game, and I'm gonna say they will, and knock TCU out of the unbeaten and not have to worry about them and come playoff time. You understand? If they run the table, there's a lot of people. No way we're gonna put them in there, but if they run the table, they're gonna be in.
Yeah, TCU's been very lucky to be undefeated. They've had a lot of close games throughout the year. Texas come out, they're probably their biggest win of the season on the road at Kansas State. I like Steve Sarkisian a lot as a play caller. I like Texas at home. This line's 7.5. I think Texas wins, and I think Texas covers.
All right, that's a big one.
Will?
Coffee.
Who you like, Will?
I like Texas big.
Like Texas big.
All right, we're at number 7.
Let me ask you this before I jump off.
Go ahead.
Y'all jump off. Manning, of course, is committed to play football at Texas, but he can change his mind, can't he? Because Alabama sure does need him. He would be a great pick for Alabama, don't you think, Mike?
Alabama's already signed back.
I know they signed some guys.
I think Alabama might have to get in the transfer portal and get a quarterback. I don't know if Milroy or Stinson can be
Yeah,
get
Mike,
win the
I
job
think
next
the
year.
guy.
I think Milroy, let him throw. We'll be just fine.
I'm gonna find the guy from California, 5-star.
I'll take Milroy.
Yeah,
I'll take the big guy.
All right.
2024. That's 2024.
Forrest, let me tell you this. If I was a coach at Alabama, you know what I'd do with Milroy? Stick him at tailback and run him 30 times a game. I think they ought to put him at the running back
Keep
position.
that rascal.
He's the fastest or second fastest guy on the team.
Alabama, I mean, they're talking about, running backs, Gibbs is going to be gone. Alabama's got to go find another running back, too.
Now, then
Gibbs going to the draft. He'll probably be a first-round pick.
go ahead.
Look at Texas A&M roster. They're fixing to fly the coop.
Yeah.
They're fixing to fly the coop.
And Alabama, Mike, of course, will get on down to them before long, but they're supposed to have a commitment from a running back.
All right. Florida State at Syracuse.
The orange. But
Syracuse is going backwards.
Yeah, Florida State looks good. They're playing well. I'm gonna take Florida State.
How about Florida State on the road at Syracuse, the 7-point favorite?
Yeah, Florida State's pretty good. Looks like they're starting to play real well.
I'll take Florida State.
Will?
I like Florida State.
All right, everybody.
Washington at Oregon. Bo Nix. Oregon.
Bo Nix. It's time for a new beginning with Bo Nix. Bo Nix.
I'll tell you what. If this game was at Washington, I'd take Washington. They're really good at home.
But
I'll take Oregon.
I love Bo Nix.
Brother Will?
Oregon will slaughter Washington. Slaughter.
Yeah, let me tell you that.
Washington the other night against Oregon State, they're pretty good.
Do you know something that I'm sure the coach left them some pretty good ones because he was a great recruiter. But up front, Oregon is very strong up front, up on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm. I picked Oregon, Will, and everybody picked Oregon. Number 9, Stanford at Utah. I'm going to go with the Utes.
Utah in a big way.
Yeah, Stanford, how in the world did they go on the road and win at Notre Dame? That's still shocking.
How many weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
About three weeks ago, I think.
Because Stanford's horrible.
Yeah.
I know, but they beat Notre Dame. Look what Notre Dame did to Clemson.
You want Utah then?
You want to go to an iced tea?
What about Michael?
Utah.
Okay.
Utah beat by 30.
Number 10. North Carolina State will host Boston College.
This shouldn't be a problem, but I'm going to take North Carolina State. Easy bet.
Yeah, NC State should win big.
Will?
Yeah.
Okay.
NC State.
They got my favorite helmet, those North Carolina State.
Here's a tough one. Number 11, Oklahoma at West Virginia.
Boy, oh boy, Mike, did he stand a chance?
Oh, it doesn't really matter. He gets $15 million buyout.
Are you serious? I hope he gets.
We all love Neil. I mean, I'll praise Neil Brown's coaching ability for the rest of my life. What he did at Troy. He won at LSU, won at Nebraska, won 11 games at Troy, 10 games at Troy, and then 10 games at Troy. Won 31 games in 3 years.
Michael,
he can.
Neil can come back to Troy next year.
Yeah, if Stoops from Kentucky gets the Auburn job, Summerall gets the Kentucky job. That's what everybody said.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. Summerall is going to go somewhere in the next year or two.
Well, if he goes 10-2 and then he wins the conference championship, he go 11-2. If he won the bowl game, he go 12-2. He goes 12-2 at Troy. Everybody in the country is coming after him.
He can go ahead and buy him some suitcases, some Samsonite luggage.
I'll take Oklahoma. I think West Virginia's just quit. Neil, I think those players are giving up.
Who you got, Will?
I think Oklahoma beats them bad.
That's who I got.
West Virginia's 3-6. They're awful.
I'm going to take Oklahoma.
Number 12, Pittsburgh at Virginia.
Just shoot in here because somebody's got to have some relief.
We got 3 Virginia teams next coming up on the board.
I still just don't know how Tennessee went to overtime with Pittsburgh. I just don't know how Pittsburgh. I mean, defensively could have stopped those receivers as much as they did.
I'm going to take Virginia.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
All right.
I'll take Pitt.
Okay.
Virginia Tech at Duke.
Duke in a big way.
Year. Elko should have stayed at Texas A&M and taken over the head coaching job. Duke's been phenomenal.
Duke's 6-3.
Yeah, I know. He's in an unbelievable job. Duke.
I'll take Duke.
Duke.
So none of them.
I saw a projection the other day, Dad. This is crazy, but they had Duke and Troy playing in the Birmingham Bowl.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love that.
You got West Virginia, and Virginia Tech. Leonard's losers.
Well, Iowa finally found some offense.
Yeah, Iowa's playing better.
But I think Wisconsin's too much for them. I'm going to take Wisconsin on the road to beat Iowa.
Wisconsin at Iowa.
All right, let's
I'm
see.
going to take Iowa at home.
All right.
The Hawkeyes.
That will be a pretty good one.
Will? Will takes Wisconsin. All right. We got.
I'll tell you what I love about this game now. Under. Whatever it is. Under.
Oh, the Iowa-Wisconsin game?
Under. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Will, I could not go under on a 35.5-point game. 35.5-point game. You're talking about, what, 21-17 and you lose?
Yeah.
Under.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 15, Northwestern is at Minnesota.
Northwestern gave a scare to Ohio State, but it was 90-mile-an-hour wind. Or 45 to 50-mile-an-hour wind. I'll take Minnesota. Minnesota's got a running back that's one of the top in the country.
Well,
Northwest 1-8. They can't beat anybody.
I'm talking about Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah, Minnesota has got a good team. I like them.
Here we go. Gale Sayers, alma mater, Kansas at Texas Tech.
Golly. Ooh.
Kansas, I wonder if Kansas got their quarterback back. They blew out Oklahoma State.
I think he's out for the year, Michael.
Yeah, this would be
other guy's not bad.
This would be an upset though. If Texas Tech beats Kansas. Kansas is playing pretty well.
Texas Tech's the favorite. I'll take Texas Tech at home.
I'm gonna take them at home too.
Will, I'll take them.
I like Texas Tech. It's one of my picks this week.
Okay. Now it gets a little bit tougher. Iowa State at Oklahoma State.
Boy, I don't know what's happened to Oklahoma State.
Oh,
Team beat Texas at home, great comeback, and now they're just playing awful.
I'm gonna take Iowa State to beat them at home. Iowa State to win the game.
I like Oklahoma State.
That's who I'll
I'll
pick.
go Oklahoma State one more time, but if they lose this game, I'm not picking them again.
Yeah.
I'll pick Oklahoma State. Now here's a tough one. Miami at Georgia Tech.
My God.
Oh, man. I tell you what, you know what?
Tech won three games since they fired the coach, and would have won more than that. The great quarterback got hurt. I'll take Georgia Tech. Miami is just awful.
I'm gonna take Georgia Tech. Playing that.
Will?
Like Miami.
All right.
Steve took Miami.
I tell you what, if anybody wanted to buy, I guarantee you, a lot of Miami folks would have wanted. He's done a terrible job. He's done a terrible job.
It's crazy, you know. You saw the signs early when they played Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State's not even that good. I think they beat them by about 25 at Miami. So I don't know. I mean, the only game they actually played competitive was early against A&M when they lost at College Station. But A&M's hard.
So we got to move on.
Yeah. All right, we got number 19, Georgia Southern at Louisiana Lafayette.
That game's tonight.
Tonight, okay.
That game will be tonight. Lafayette's a favorite at home. The line is 3.5. That game will be on ESPN2 at 6:30.
He's waiting for me to make a call here.
Tough game to say the least.
I know.
Both teams are trying to get bowl eligible.
I'm gonna take Lafayette.
That's who I circled.
With Georgia Southern.
I tell you what, Lafayette's quarterback got battered in the second half by Troy. I mean, he could barely walk. If he doesn't play tonight, I'll take Georgia Southern. I'm going to take Georgia Southern.
Okay. Will?
Mike, this is one of my picks. I like Georgia Southern.
Okay.
All right.
Plus 3.5 too.
You're about making me want to change my mind, but I'm not.
Georgia Southern was just destroying South Alabama at home. Jumped up 14-0, 21-7, and their defense just collapsed against South Alabama. The running back out of Beauregard, who originally was at Troy, rushed for 250 yards.
Golly.
LaDamian Webb, who was on Troy's roster for the spring a couple of years ago, and ended up going to South Alabama instead.
Oh, man.
I changed to Georgia Southern. Sorry.
Hey,
Johnny's watching. I got Georgia Southern.
All right, here we go.
Appalachian State at Marshall.
Well, another big game here. App State's trying to get bowl eligible, too.
And Marshall's playing pretty good now. But I'm gonna take App State.
I'll take Appalachian State.
I can go App State, too.
Will?
App State.
All right, 21. Texas State at South Alabama. I'm picking the Jaguars.
I am, too. Boy, they're playing well now.
Troy needs South Alabama to lose bad.
Why is that, Mike?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Troy only has one loss in conference. South Alabama's only got one loss in conference.
Yeah, but it would.
If Troy slips up against Law Monroe or Arkansas State, and South Alabama wins out, South Alabama will win the West and be in the championship game.
But right now, Troy's in good. Has a pretty good opportunity.
I mean, Troy's in the driver's seat. They should beat Law Monroe and they should beat Arkansas State. But I'm just saying, you want South Alabama to lose the game. If they lose the game, Troy's a lock.
All right, here we go.
Who you got?
South Alabama.
Will?
Oh, South Alabama will beat Texas State to death.
Southern Miss at Coastal Carolina.
Oh boy. We would
This
really
is actually,
love.
This is actually Coastal Carolina at Southern Miss, isn't it?
Maybe I missed that up.
No,
Just
I
double check it. Oh, I may have typed that up wrong.
I'm trying to figure out what time the game is.
I may have made a mistake.
Saturday night.
Well, you do a great job on this. We got to move on though, Mike.
I got time.
We got 15 minutes.
Southern Miss at Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina is only a 4.5-point favorite.
I'm picking Coastal.
At Coastal, I mean at Southern, I'm taking Coastal too. But they got a bowl game up there. I wouldn't want to go to because it's so darn far, such a long ways to drive.
You got Coastal, Michael?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. North Texas at the University of Alabama, Birmingham. I'll pick the Blazers of Birmingham.
Mike, what happened last week to UAB?
They got beat double overtime by Texas Antonio.
Double overtime. Man, oh man.
Yeah, UAB is unfortunately 4-5.
North Texas will beat them at home. North Texas got a good football team.
I'm going to go with UAB one more time.
Will?
UAB.
All right, now, I've got Troy at the bottom because I got the SEC on the right. Army at Troy and a tiebreaker. I'll pick Troy.
Yeah, I mean, Army's played some good competition.
I've got Troy to win the game, and the score would be 21-10.
The biggest thing about playing Army or Navy or Air Force is you've got to take a lead. If you take a lead, you make them throw the ball. That's not what they want to do. They want to run the ball. Army averages 330 yards a game running.
Mm-hmm.
Troy's former our defense coordinator, Shill Woods, was at Army last year as co-defense coordinator, and Troy's defense line coach was the defense line coach at Army last year. They ought to know how to defend this. I'll take Troy 24-13.
What about you, Will?
This is one of my picks. I've got under 46 points, so I would say Troy wins 21-7.
I've got them
21-7. I got Troy 31, Army 14.
Somebody told me that Army's got 32 buses going to be coming in here Saturday. 32 busloads of troops.
Yeah, Chris Amos posted up.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Southeastern Conference, LSU at Arkansas.
Upset alert here. 11 o'clock kick. Arkansas was looking past Liberty last week, got beat. LSU, biggest win in years. I'm going to take the upset here. I'm going to take Arkansas.
All right,
I hope you are right.
That would be big.
I hope you're right.
What would that do to Alabama, Mike?
A step closer.
Nothing. They still got to beat Ole Miss and hope LSU gets beat by A&M at A&M.
It could happen. It could happen.
All right, Will, who you got?
You know, I don't. LSU is 0-7 the last 7 games after playing Alabama against Freedom. Do you think? You know, I think. Team, I'm going with LSU.
Okay, Will picks LSU.
I'll take LSU.
All right, Missouri at Tennessee.
You know, Missouri is good. They're good, but I don't know if they can stop Tennessee. I'm going to take Tennessee.
I'll take
to win the
Tennessee.
game.
You think Missouri will cover that 21 points?
I do believe they will. They've got a real good defense.
I'll take Tennessee.
All right, Will.
Tennessee.
I hear y'all. Good in there, guys.
Okay. All right, number 27, Vanderbilt at Kentucky. I'll pick the Big Blue.
Kentucky.
That's an easy. Kentucky.
South Carolina at Florida.
Oh, boy. I think Florida's playing well right now. I'll take Florida in a big way.
I'll take Florida.
Will.
Florida.
Georgia at Mississippi State. Bulldogs of Georgia.
Blowout.
Mississippi State, man, God, they look horrible on defense.
Yeah,
against
they
Auburn.
really did.
Georgia.
I'll take Georgia. Georgia could probably just run it every play, not even throw it one time and beat them up to probably 17.
All right. Everybody clear on Georgia. The Aggies of Texas A&M travel to the Plains to play Auburn.
I'll take Auburn in a big way.
What time is that game?
It's an afternoon game, same time that Troy's playing. You know,
Same time as Troy and Alabama.
Troy plays at 2:30.
It's the night.
Yeah, Alabama plays at 2:32.
I want to think Auburn might play at the same time. We need to find out on that.
6:30 at night, Mike.
6:30.
Okay, good.
So who you got, Michael?
I'm going to take Auburn. I can't touch A&M again.
All right.
I'm gonna pick Texas A&M. Will, who you got?
Auburn.
Right. So Forrest is by himself. I'll take Texas A&M. 31 and a tiebreaker. Alabama versus Ole Miss.
I like Alabama in this situation. I just, Ole Miss. The key to beating Ole Miss is stop the run. If they can stop the run, they'll beat them, and I think they will. Alabama 34, Ole Miss 20.
Alabama, if they lose 3 games, you talking about one of the most craziest seasons ever. A unanimous, almost preseason number 1 would be 7-3. Troy possibly could be 8-2. If you told me Troy would be 8-2 and Alabama would be 7-3, I'd give you $1 million.
You know something that's happened to Alabama? They have been beaten on the last play of the game two times
Twice.
this year, on the last play of the game.
I'll say this: Alabama will definitely not cover the points here. I like Ole Miss in the points for sure because Lane Kiffin is a phenomenal play caller. I think Alabama wins, but I think maybe a field goal at best.
You know, I am not near the Kiffin guy that all y'all are. I'm not crazy about him. I'm really not. And I think
I'll take Alabama 42-38.
All right.
I picked Alabama 45, Ole Miss 28.
Oh boy, that's a good one. I had them 34-20.
Will?
Steve?
Ole Miss 31, Alabama 28.
Wow, Will's going with the upset.
Oh man!
I'll tell you what, they'll fire Golden after the game.
What?
or O'Brien if they lose 3 games.
Well, what's the time of that game, Mike?
Mike, 2:30 CBS.
The Pigs.
All right, let me put my name down there, Mike.
I'll be honest, I don't have any confidence in Alabama. I actually volunteered to work the Seaside Wine Festival. I'm not even going to watch the game.
Really?
We got about 7
Oh,
minutes.
we need to mention this. Troy is on national TV against Army. They're on the NFL Network, which I have the NFL Network on every device I have at the beach.
But
So,
I don't believe
TV
I have that.
for Troy
I don't think I have their network.
The NFL Network is probably seen by at least 25, 30 million people.
Not in Troy on their basic cable. Not in Troy.
Well, I'm just saying a lot of people will be able to watch that game.
I know it. Steve?
Well, in high school football now tomorrow night, Troy Cable will have a live audio of Holland Home at Ayrton, audio only, live, Holland Home at Ayrton, and Charles Henderson at Tallahassee. It'll be live audio, Channel 2, Channel 17. And then on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, you can watch the replay of Charles Henderson at Tallahassee. And then after the replay Saturday at 9 o'clock a.m., immediately following that, you can watch the Ayrton Highland Home game.
All right, that's going to be good.
So that will be, and then on Monday you can watch it on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Just type in TC2 TV, and you can pull up the Charles Henderson game and the Ayrton and Highland Home game on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Now tomorrow morning, we have a Auburn alumni. He played at Dozier. He played for Shug Jordan in the 70s. His name is Lynn Johnson. He's a retired timber guy, but he'll be on our show in the morning. Lynn Johnson. Looking forward to that.
So you will be on Veterans Day.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right.
Got
All right, remember this. Call your man. This is by the Will Matthews Law Firm out of Ozark. Here's Will Matthews' picks of the week. Everybody get a pen and paper. Will was phenomenal last week. What'd you go last week, Will? What'd you lose, 4 games?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Here's Will Matthews' pick. Tennessee -20 against Missouri. LSU -3 against Arkansas. Vandy +17.5 against Kentucky. Ole Miss +12 against Alabama. I like that a lot. Florida -8 against South Carolina. Georgia -16.5 against Mississippi State. Auburn -2 against A&M. Like that. East Carolina +5 against Cincinnati. Like that. Georgia Southern tonight +3 against Louisiana Lafayette. Call your man now. Louisville +7 against Clemson. I like that a lot. Texas Tech -3 against Kansas. I like that a lot. Army and Troy under the 46. I like that a lot too. And then Wake Forest -3 against North Carolina. That's the Will Matthews Law Firm's picks of the week.
Well, okay.
Tennessee is going to score as many points as they can for style.
Yeah, they're going to have to win out big. You're right.
I think Tennessee will be in the Final Four.
Especially if TCU goes down this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be interesting, no question about it. And I'm hoping.
You know who has a chance to flip back in this thing is USC.
Yeah, that's right.
What about Oregon?
Their only loss is on the road at Utah.
Yeah.
It's
It's going to come down to Oregon and USC in Pac-12.
It could be a good one. You're right.
That's
No
right.
question. But it's going to be fun, as always.
You know, the high school football, again, Crenshaw Christian Academy is at Jackson Academy. Valiant Cross out of Montgomery is at Lee Scott.
Yeah, that's good.
Brantley's at Linden. That's tomorrow night. Sweetwater at Elba. St. James at W.S. Neal. Go Hugh. Trinity at Mobile Christian. Pike County High. The Bulldogs travel to Alabama Christian. B.B. Comer is at Wicksburg. G.W. Long's at Reeltown. Highland Home at Arrington. Get there early. Charles Henderson at Tallahassee. Go Trojans. Anniston at Booker T. Washington. Andalusia at American Christian. Catholic of Montgomery at Jacksonville. We have Pike Road at Homewood. Dothan at Auburn, and Go Wildcats Enterprise travels to take on Central of Phoenix City.
No Thursday night games.
Not that I'm aware of at this time.
Troy University will play at home in basketball tonight as well. If you want to go watch Troy basketball.
Guess who they're playing, Mike? It's the worst scheduled game I can ever remember. The
They're
Mississippi,
playing MUW.
yeah, the Mississippi
College.
University of Women.
Yeah, University for Women.
It's got co-ed. Yeah, they're
so
co-ed.
they started
That's located out of Columbus, Mississippi. My wife's family's had about 3 or 4 different alumni from that school.
And the women play at Tennessee Martin. Hey, I wanted to mention our undefeated teams in high school football real quick. Theodore is 11-0. Hartsville's 11-0. We have UMS Wright's 11-0. Leeds is 10-0. We have Anniston's 10-0. Catholic of Montgomery's 11-0. Priceville is 11-0. Deschler's 11-0. We have Dadeville 11-0. We have
five.
We'll get there. Let's see. Fife is 11-0. We have Elba 11-0. Meek 11-0. We have Lee Scott 11-0. And we have Jackson Academy's 11-0 and Patrician's 11-0.
That's good.
So,
that's going to be interesting this week. I'll be listening for all those scores. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, Lee Scott would like to personally thank Pike LeVar for going public.
Yeah, you're right.
When's the last time Lee Scott's been 11-0 in private school football?
I wanted to mention this. Tuscaloosa Academy is 9-2. You know, they just went.
That's right, sure did.
They went from AISA to the Alabama High School Athletic Association. They're 9-2, and they will play at Lexington 9-2. That's somewhere North Alabama, somewhere around the Tuscaloosa area.
Dad, you want to wrap it up? We're done.
Well, I do appreciate being on the show, and of course, hopefully, I can be on quite a bit to add a little bit to the show. But had a good day today. Had a lot of fun, and look forward to seeing you next week. And thank you, Forrest, and good luck to you, man.
Y'all have a good day. And veterans, again, it's Veterans Week. Thank y'all and your families.
Go Trojans.
Pack the vet.